Go.
Hey, I'm here with training partner and friend Amr. He's going to be fighting soon, I hope. He's more than ready. His striking's awesome, his ground's good. I'm going to break down, I just broke down a little bit before the striking of the Lawler and Brown fight. Not really too much going on there. It was pretty much the same set combo that just won the fight for him, but there were a bunch of cool grappling things that went on in that event. One of them was with Cummins, the wrestler who fought Daniel Cormier on short notice, and then a couple things that Brown did and a couple things that Lawler did. So we'll start with the Cummins situation. So Cummins would oftentimes take down, we got a ninja walking in the background, but we got so the Cummins often would take down, I think he got about 15, 16 takedowns that fight, and his jiu-jitsu was not too great on that. When he took him down, the guy he was fighting was able to stand back up, but every time he stood back up, he got the front headlock. So he would take the guy down, and then he would get into a situation where he had the front headlock. Front headlock, for those of you who don't know, it's one under, one over. It's a great control. You keep the head in the center. But what Amr's going to want to do is start pulling down on my elbow and circling his head out this way, right? So the opponent that Cummins was facing was doing a good job at freeing his head and getting out. Cummins was a step ahead. So as soon, the guy would be backing away and circling. As he would step out, he would step back with his leg. Cummins would come in, inside trip, boom, right to the takedown. Every single time, you saw that probably 3 or 4 times in that event. So Cummins would get the takedown, the guy would start to turn to his knees to get out. Cummins would have the front headlock, the guy would do the perfect escape by pulling on the elbow, circling his head free. Cummins would come inside with the inside trip. With the inside trip, you want to bump his hip. I want to loop my leg around, bump his hip as I step inside. So I'm coming here, boom, I bump my hip, come inside and finish on top. He did this probably 4 times in the event. It was really cool to see, cool setup that I hadn't seen before. Another thing, when this was in the Lawler fight, Matt Brown had the high crotch on Lawler. He did chest pressure to take him down. Lawler kept hold. He kept that front headlock position, did not get taken to his back. Come around this side. So what he did, which was pretty neat to see, he ditched the arm that's over the shoulder. He kept the underhooking arm, or the overhooking arm I should say, and he scooted his hip out a little bit so he could put his foot on his hip. I found it works fine to put it just on the floor as well, but he was putting it on the hip. He scooted away until he could get his inside leg outside. And then from here, you've got a lot of options. You can get up, take the crucifix position. You can just get straight out if you're a striker. In the fight though, this didn't end up, Brown was smart to it and ended up scrambling away. But there's a lot of options you have here. So one more time, all he did was, from the front headlock, when he got taken down with the high crotch, scooted away, got his foot outside. Then from here, keeps hold of the whizzer or the overhook, turns his hip down, and then from here you can come to the harness, and you got the crucifix. You can just go right to the back. There's a lot of different things you can do from that position. So those are 2 of the things that stood out most to me in the event, in the grappling area, and hope you guys like it.